people struggle with managing their blood sugar and don't realize how much sugar they consume in the liquid form. Sauces are one of the main culprits. But don't worry, at Cooking with Cheron, we got you covered. Today we have a simple sauce that's going to be delicious without all the added sugar. So let's get started. As you see here, we have some ingredients, and starting off with fresh thyme. You know I love fresh ingredients. Fresh thyme, we have shallots, fresh garlic that has been minced, and then some other seasonings along with, believe it or not, this is actually vegan butter. So the vegans are really going to love this too. It can be converted into a non-vegan option, but today it's just going to be a sauce made with love. This right here is about 4 cups of vegan broth, veggie broth. You can use chicken broth if you're so inclined. And then we have flour right here, about 1 cup, and then coconut milk. So over here, this is something we'll add at the end. A variety of fresh bell peppers. We have red, orange, and yellow. So if you take your skillet and take the butter that we have right here, we're going to make a roux. And some of you all have done this before, and if you haven't, this is something new. So it's essentially going to be, with sauces, you want the thickness of it, the creaminess of it. So with a roux, it's going to make it so it actually has some depth and creaminess to it, excuse me. And so right here, we'll take our butter, our vegan butter, and then we're going to take our shallots, and we're going to actually saute it so it's down to like a translucent type of look, and our fresh garlic as well. So once we do that, get that all ready. The sauce that I thought that would be very good, delicious, we're going to start off, I don't know if you see this right here, but this is something we're going to add a little bit later. It's a mix. It's like a Caribbean type of spicy mix. You don't have to make it spicy if you don't like, but we're going to add this for flavor and a little pop of flair, if you will. So get our butter all melted, and then we're going to add in our flour. And let's see here. So if you have a whisk, that actually works best. We're going to add this in, and you're going to see how it's going to get a little thick. And that's good because this is what we want as far as our sauce. We don't want watery sauces. We'll turn down our flame just a little. We don't want it to burn. And this is actually mixing up really nicely. So your roux should be kind of thick like this. I'm going to add in a little bit more flour. And make sure you get all the contents on the side of your pot, as you see right here. Okay, it's looking very good. And we'll just add in the rest of this flour. All right. So again, that was about 1 cup of flour, and then we had, it's not really a stick, it's over a stick of butter. But it's about, I think, 12 or 16 tablespoons. You can look in the description and see the actual recipe, but you have the roux right here. And then what's going to be next is we're going to thin it out a little with this veggie stock. So we'll just add it in slowly as you're whisking, just like this. And you're whisking so you won't have clumps. We don't want a clumpy sauce. All right. We may not use it all, but we'll see. We're definitely going to add some more. You can see that it's not quite thinned out. And this is going to be great sauce for your pastas. Well, really pasta. I use it for some other things if you want to add sauces or just some extra flavor to your sandwich, but this may be too liquidy for that. But you see that because of the flour, it's thickening up again, which is fine. We're going to add in a little bit more of our broth right here and get it to a nice liquid form. Almost need a bigger pot or a skillet. I like to make sure that I have enough space in here because who wants dry pasta? I don't. We want to have a nice, savory pasta sauce. Here we go. This is actually looking really good now. And again, that was about 4 cups of the liquid broth. I use the vegetarian or vegan broth, but you can also, if you want it, if it's not really a concern to make a vegan option. But let me tell you, I cook this all the time for vegans and non-vegans. And let me tell you, the non-vegans are the one eating it up the most. And they don't even realize that it's a vegan sauce. It's that good. So try it before you even convert it over to a non-vegan option. Try it as a vegan. You'd actually be really surprised. I probably shouldn't have told you that it was vegan ahead of time and then had you try it and then let you know that it's actually vegan. Because vegans need options too, right? I mean, we can't have the same stuff, or vegans can't have the same stuff all the time. We have to have variety. And just because you don't eat meat doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice flavor and deliciousness. Okay, so this is looking really good. You see the consistency of the sauce is there. So next we're going to add in, while it's simmering nicely, we're going to add in our coconut milk. And it's just 1 can of unsweetened, make sure it's unsweetened coconut milk. So, there we have it. And this is going to make it so that creamy type of sauce, that's what the coconut milk is going to do, and additional flavor as well. So we're going to add this in. Make sure it's whisked nicely. And as we are cooking this down and simmering, we're going to add in our fresh thyme. And this is about, it's a smaller package. I hardly ever measure, as you all know, but it's approximately about 5 to 6 tablespoons of fresh thyme. That's what's going to make this sauce hit. I'm telling you, the freshness of the thyme, the flavor of the thyme, almost could add some more. And we may at the end, but we're going to keep adding in that and let it simmer and cook down. And then right here, it's kind of like a Caribbean jerk type of seasoning. I have in here some, I can't tell you everything. Maybe I'll share with you another time. But it has some cayenne pepper. It has crushed red pepper. It has a little bit of oregano. But we're going to add this in. And again, if you don't like the extra spice, it's no problem. Not at all. You do it to your tasting and liking. All right. The one other thing, I'm going to add some more, but the one other thing that I always cook with and enjoy the flavor of it is the smoked paprika. So I'm going to add in probably about a tablespoon of smoked paprika. You see it's going to change the color of our sauce slightly. If you don't like that red sauce, so we could do this a couple different ways. We can make it a true white sauce and not add in the smoked paprika. No problem. But I like the flavor of it, and it's going to change it so it's a little redder sauce, a looking sauce. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy the flavor too. So as that's cooking down, I already know it's going to need a little bit more of this kind of jerk Caribbean type flavor. And if you don't have something already at home, or if you need to purchase something, what you're looking for in the store is literally like jerk flavoring, jerk seasoning, Caribbean seasoning, that type of profile. So we have this cooking nicely. I'm sure I'm going to need to add in a little bit of pepper, black pepper that is, and then a little bit of salt. Just a little. Now you see, this sauce, as you've seen me add everything in, has no sugar. Has no sugar. If you go into the store and you look at those pre-made sauces and the cans, first of all, they have all these ingredients you can't even pronounce, and they're preservatives. And then secondly, a lot of them have high level contents of sugar. Look at the ingredients when you go the next time if you don't purchase it. But if you go look at the label of the sauce, you'll know that, or you'll see that it has high level percentages of sodium and sugar. And those are the two biggest culprits of our health, of jeopardizing our health. Diabetics, with the sugar, and then hypertension with the salt. So this is something that is going to be great for our diabetic person who has issues or challenges with their managing their blood sugar, and then also for the patient with hypertension possibly. So we see exactly everything we're putting in our sauce. So it's going to be delicious and made with love, of course. So while this is simmering, all the flavors are simmering together, one other thing that I'm going to add in is going to be, let me taste it first. We're going to add in and let it simmer also with our peppers. Okay. I'm going to add in just a little bit more of the Caribbean jerk sauce. But you see how creamy that is? This sauce, who would have thought, that you could actually make this sauce vegan and make it look so creamy and delicious. So we're going to add in these peppers for flavor and just let it simmer and cook down for about 10 minutes. Okay. And again, one of the best noodles, you can use any type of pasta if you're using this sauce for it, but one of the best noodles I think would be, you're going to kill me for this, not the regular linguine, but there's a pasta that has like the spirals. I love it. And it actually will hold in a lot of the sauce and flavor in between those spirals. So right here, you may, I'm looking at our sauce and it may be a little thick for some people, and that's all right. We could add in a little bit more water. While that's cooking, I just have a question for you. Do you know what your child is being served for school lunch? I'm sure if you checked it out, you'd be surprised and not too happy. At RX Catering, we serve healthy, delicious, fresh school lunches. Of course, made with love and no additives. Your child's going to love what they eat, and it's going to be healthy for them. So if you want more information, check us out at rxcatering-dc.com. Now let's get back to that recipe. So this has been simmering for about 10 minutes, and I wanted to add in just a little bit more of our veggie broth to make this less thick, and it's personal preference. So you see I added probably about a cup, about 3/4 of a cup more. So you can see that it's actually less thick, and the peppers are still cooking in for additional flavor. But again, this is something that is super simple, and we did it at home with fresh ingredients and no sugar. So again, a simple sauce to help you manage your blood sugar, and it doesn't sacrifice taste. It's going to be very delicious with your next pasta dish. So continue watching our series on managing blood sugar for the next recipe. Hey, I almost forgot. How are we going to store our sauce? I love these mason jars. It's easy to store and it keeps it fresh. So I'm going to let this cool down and then pop in the refrigerator. Again, thanks for watching. See you the next time.